When I was growing up in San Pedro, it was like an era of the backyard party. You know, it seemed like every weekend, one of my friends was having a backyard party or a party in their house. And typically, you know, for a time you'd have cover bands. And then there was a time when there wasn't really that. You just maybe have a keg and that was it. And we always felt like, man, it'd be just great to have more entertainment and make it a little bit more fun than just standing around a keg. So a buddy of mine, Todd Carley, and I decided to start a DJ company, and we called it Black Tie Productions. You know, and we even had these little black tie business cards, which are, in retrospect, were pretty cheesy, but at the time we thought they were really cool. And we started this DJ company, and we would not only DJ other people's parties, again, in backyards or in halls like the Eula Hall or Croatian Hall or the Seaside Lagoon. We would actually throw on our own parties, and we would rent the hall, rent the DJ equipment, honestly buy some kegs, and charge all our friends like $5. And you know, we'd sell 200-300 tickets and make $1,000 after expenses for the night. And it was a great way to make some money as kids having a lot of fun. And we did this for a couple of years, and then I went off to USC. Well, when I came back from USC one Christmas, we were still DJing here and there, but not so much. I thought it'd be really cool to have a Christmas party for my friends. And I couldn't really figure out what would be the best date. And I just sort of surmised that Christmas night itself might be the best. And everybody thought I was crazy because it's Christmas. You don't go out and party with your friends on Christmas. But my theory, which turned out to be correct, was that you get up in the morning, you open your gifts, you go to church, have a big lunch or dinner with your family, do a lot of family stuff. And around 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock, it starts to wind down and you don't really have anything to do at that point. And it's a chance for you then to go visit with your friends. So rather than visiting with a friend here or there, we said, let's get everybody together. Well, we couldn't find a place because it's Christmas, everybody's closed. So I convinced this guy, it's really funny, it's really speaks to the multi-ethnicity of our community, who was an Indian guy who operated this bar called the Aquarium Club that was on Mesa between 6th and 7th. It was underground in the basement, and it was the Aquarium Club, but it was actually a place that was for Mexican immigrants. So if you went there on any other night, the music was Spanish ranchero music that, you know, the Mexican Americans or new Mexican immigrants loved, and that was sort of their clientele. But I had convinced him to give us the bar for the night because he was going to be closed that evening. We got the door, he got the bar, again, charged $5. Everybody told me I was nuts. First of all, it's Christmas night. Second of all, it's downtown. And interestingly, people who are a little bit older than me have this little nostalgic value of or opinion of downtown San Pedro, how great it was. But for my generation, downtown really wasn't that great. There was only a couple stores that were operating at that time. There's 2 or 3, and at night, it was not a place you went. There was just one restaurant, Papadakis Taverna, and a bunch of dive bars that weren't these dive bars that, you know, kids like us could go into and have a drink. They were dive bars that, you know, you get beat up or stabbed, or, I mean, they were not good places. So nobody went downtown. And here I am having a Christmas party that night. Well, it turned out wildly successful, packed, awesome. And that was the last time for a good 3 years that anybody went downtown. And then the Johnson family, Alan Johnson, opened what is now San Pedro Brewing Company, but at the time it was John T's. And all of a sudden, people found a way to come downtown, and they would go into John T's. And then after John T's started happening, right next door was Tommy's, and then people started going to Tommy's. And little by little, downtown San Pedro started finding some life. And I give a lot of credit to Alan and to John Papadakis for the Papadakis Taverna before that, and to James Brown, who opened San Pedro Brewing Company, because those were sort of the pioneers at that time who kept this little hope of a downtown alive that has now grown into, I think, a much, much better place with lots of places to have a drink, lots of places to eat, and I think is on the cusp of something really great. I think we're going to end up having a much, much better downtown than we've ever had, and I know for sure it'll absolutely, definitely is already much, much better than it was when I was a kid or actually of age to go out and have a little bit of fun at night.